Let me tell you something they do not always tell you. The world's full of folks, well-meaning folks, who love to offer advice, to tell you how to live your life. They will tell you to be realistic, to play it safe, to follow the well-worn path. But let me ask you this. What good is a life lived on someone else's terms? What good is a dream deferred? A passion ignored, all in the name of playing it safe? You were not put on this earth to be ordinary, to blend in with the crowd. You were put here to shine, to make a difference, to leave your mark on the world. And that starts by taking control of your own narrative, by writing your own story. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Be honest, life throws curveballs. The road to success is rarely a straight shot. It's more like a winding mountain road full of twists, turns, hairpin bends, and maybe even a few potholes along the way. There will be bumps, detours, maybe even a few roadblocks that make you want to turn around and go back. But here's the thing. Those challenges, those setbacks, they do not define you. They do not get the final say. You do. Every obstacle, every difficulty is an opportunity in disguise. An opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger and more resilient than you ever thought possible. The world loves to tell you what you cannot do, what you are not capable of. It's easy to get caught up in that negativity, to start believing those limiting beliefs. People will tell you your dreams are too big, your goals are too lofty, that you are aiming too high. They will tell you to be practical, to be realistic, to keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. But here's the truth. You are capable of far more than you can possibly imagine. You have greatness within you, a potential waiting to be unleashed. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. Do not let their doubts and fears become your own. Here's the catch, and it's a big one. You have got to believe it first. You have got to believe in yourself, in your dreams, even when it feels like no one else does. You have got to cultivate that inner fire, that unwavering belief that you are destined for great things. And here's another crucial piece of advice. You have got to stop giving your power away by telling everyone what you are going to do, how you're going to do it, and when you are going to do it. Look, I understand the impulse to share. We all want to be seen, to be heard, to be understood. There's a natural desire to validate our dreams and aspirations by sharing them with others, to seek their approval and support. But here's the thing. The more you share your plans, the less power they have. It's like letting the air out of a balloon before it even has a chance to take. Each time you share your goals prematurely, you are essentially giving away a little piece of your energy, your focus, your commitment. Think about it. When you tell someone your goal, what's the first thing they do? They usually offer an opinion, a suggestion, or worse. And while they may mean well, those opinions, those doubts, they can seep into your subconscious, planting seeds of uncertainty where once there was unwavering belief. Now, I'm not saying you should become a recluse. Lock yourself away from the world and never speak your dreams aloud. Human connection is vital. We all need someone to share our journey with, someone who understands our struggles and celebrates our triumph. But be selective. Choose your confidants wisely. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher, who believe in your dreams even when you find it hard to yourself. Look for those who offer encouragement, not discouragement, support. Remember, not everyone deserves a front row seat to your life. Some people are content to sit in the cheap seats, throwing popcorn and making snide remarks. They are more interested in watching you fail than seeing you succeed. Do not give them the satisfaction of watching you stumble. Do not let their negativity dim your light. Instead, focus on your actions. Let your results speak for themselves. The world will notice, even if you do not shout it from the rooftops. In fact, The world will be far more impressed by what you accomplish than by what you say you are going to accomplish. Now, I know what you were thinking, but what about accountability? Do not I need others to hold me responsible? Of course, accountability is important, but it does not have to come from broadcasting your every move on social media or announcing your goals at every cocktail party. Find a trusted mentor, a coach, a friend who will support you, challenge you, and hold you accountable without judgment. Someone who will celebrate your victories and offer a helping hand when you stumble. Someone who believes in you, even when you doubt yourself. And here's another thing. Stop explaining yourself. You do not owe anyone an explanation for your dreams, your decisions, your life choices. You have the right to change your mind, to take a different path, to rewrite your story as many times as you need to. Do not let the fear of judgment keep you stuck in a life that no longer serves you. Do not let the opinions of others drown out the whispers of your own hearts. Remember, you are the author of your own life. You get to decide what story you want to tell. Listen, life is too short to live on someone else's terms. You have one shot at this thing called life. Make it count, dream big, work hard, stay focused, and never ever give up on what sets your soul on fire. And remember, the most powerful words you can speak are not the ones you use to tell others what you're going to do. The most powerful words are the ones you whisper to yourself when no one else is listening. Words of encouragement, of determination, of unwavering belief. So go out there and write your own story. Make it a story worth telling. A story that inspires, a story that makes a difference. The world is waiting to see what you are capable of. But more importantly, you are waiting to see what you are capable of. Do not let yourself down. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, that's all well and good, but it's easier said than done. How do I actually put this into practice? How do I silence the doubters, both internal and external, and start living a life true to myself? It starts with a decision to take control of your thoughts, your words, and your actions. A decision to stop giving your power away and start living a life that is authentically yours. It's about setting boundaries, about learning to say no to the things that drain your energy and distract you from your goals. It's about surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, who believe in your vision, even when you have moments of doubt. It's about silencing that inner critic, that voice that tells you you are not good enough, smart enough, or talented enough. It's about replacing those negative thoughts with positive affirmations, with words of encouragement and self-belief. It's about taking action, even when you are afraid. It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone, about embracing the unknown, about trusting that the universe has your back. It's about celebrating your successes, big and small. It's about acknowledging how far you have come and giving yourself permission to enjoy the journey. And it's about learning from your failures, because let's face it, there will be failures along the way. But instead of letting those failures define you, let them teach you. Let them make you stronger, wiser, and even more determined to succeed. Remember, you are capable of incredible things. You have a unique gift to share with the world. Do not let anyone, including yourself. So, go out there and make your mark. Live a life that is true to you, a life that is filled with purpose and passion. The world is waiting, but more importantly, you are waiting. Do not let this moment pass you by. Now, I know what you are thinking. This all sounds great, but where do I start? How do I go from simply listening to these words to actually putting them into practice? Well, let me tell you, it's not about some grand, sweeping gesture. It's not about waking up tomorrow and suddenly becoming a completely different person. Real change, lasting change, happens one step at a time, one decision at a time, one day at a time. Here's a simple truth. You cannot control everything that happens in life, but you can control how you react to it. You can choose to let the setbacks and disappointments define you, or you can choose to rise above them, to learn from them, to become stronger and more resilient because of them. One of the most powerful things you can do is to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Every morning, take a few moments to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude has a way of shifting your perspective, of helping you to focus on the positive rather than dwelling on the negative. And speaking of positivity, surround yourself with it. Choose to spend time with people who lift you up, who inspire you, who believe in your dreams. Distance yourself from those who are negative, who drain your energy, who plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your company wisely. Now, I know it's not always easy to stay positive, especially when life throws you a curveball. There will be days when you feel discouraged, when you want to give up, when you question everything, and that's okay. It's okay to have those feelings. Do not beat yourself up over it. But here's the key. Do not unpack and live there. Do not let those negative emotions take root and grow. Acknowledge them, feel them, and then let them go. Refocus on your goals, on your vision, on the reasons why you started this journey in the first place. Remember, you are stronger than you think. You have overcome challenges in the past, and you will overcome them again. You have what it takes to achieve your dreams. Do not ever forget. Now, talk about action. Because here's the thing, you can have all the dreams in the world, but if you do not take action, they will remain. Start by setting small, achievable goals. Break down your larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. This will make the journey seem less daunting and will give you a sense of accomplishment along the way. And do not be afraid to ask for help. None of us achieve success alone. Find a mentor, a coach, a friend who will support you, guide you, and hold you accountable. Remember, the journey to success is not a sprint. It's a marathon. There will be times when you want to quit, when you feel like giving up. But it's during those times that you need to dig deep, to tap into your inner strength, to remind yourself why you started in the first place. And never, ever underestimate the power of perseverance. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the most talented or the most intelligent. They are often the ones who are willing to outwork everyone else, who are willing to keep going even when it gets tough. So, I challenge you to step into your greatness. Embrace your uniqueness. Do not be afraid to stand out from the crowd. The world needs your gifts, your talents, your passions. Remember, you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Believe in yourself, trust the journey, and never, ever give up on your dreams. The world is waiting to see what you are made of. But more importantly, you are waiting to see what you are made of. Do not disappoint yourself. Now go out there, make it happen. I believe in you. And you know what? Believing yourself, that's just the first step. Because here's another secret, one they do not often tell you. Believing is important, but it's the doing that truly matters. It's about taking that belief, that fire in your belly, and turning it into concrete action. The world is full of dreamers. We all have dreams, aspirations, visions of a brighter future. But what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who do not is action. It's the willingness to put in the work, to persevere through challenges, to never give up, even when the going gets tough. So how do you translate belief into action? How do you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be? It starts with a plan, not some vague, nebulous idea, but a concrete, Actionable plan with specific goals, deadlines, and milestones. Break down your larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. This will make the journey seem less daunting and will give you a sense of accomplishment along the way. And do not be afraid to get specific. The more detailed your plan, the easier it will be to stay on track. Write down your goals, visualize yourself achieving them, and then create a step-by-step roadmap for getting there. But here's the thing about plans. They're useless if you do not act on them. So once you have your plan in place, it's time to roll up your sleeves and get to work. Now, I know what you are thinking. But what if I fail? What if I put in all this effort and it does not work out? Listen, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Every successful person has faced their fair share of setbacks, disappointments, and outright failures. The difference is they didn't let those failures define them. They learned from their mistakes, adjusted their approach, and kept moving forward. So embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Do not be afraid to take risks, to step outside of your comfort zone, to try new things. The more you experiment, the more you learn, the closer you'll get to achieving your goals. And remember, you do not have to do it alone. Surround yourself with a supportive network of friends, family, mentors, and coaches who believe in you and your vision. Do not be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Sometimes all it takes is a fresh perspective or a word of encouragement to get you back on track. Now, I know there will be days when you feel discouraged, when you want to give up, when you question everything, and that's okay. It's okay to have those feelings. Do not beat yourself up over it. We all go through those moments of doubt. But here's the key. Do not unpack and live there. Do not let those negative emotions take root and grow. Acknowledge them, feel them, and then let them go. Refocus on your goals, on your vision, on the reasons why you started this journey in the first place. Remember, you are stronger than you think. You have overcome challenges in the past, and you will overcome them again. You have what it takes to achieve your dreams. Do not ever forget that. So go out there and make it happen. Take action and never, ever give up on yourself. The world is waiting to see what you are made of. But more importantly, you are waiting to see what you are made of. Do not disappoint yourself. Now, I know somebody might be thinking, this all sounds great, but it's easier said than done. I'm just one person. How much of a difference can I really make? Let me tell you something. Never underestimate the power of one. History is full of stories of ordinary individuals who dared to dream big, who took action, and who changed the world. Think about it. Every great movement, every groundbreaking invention, every act of heroism started with a single person, a single idea, a single act of courage. You have the power within you to make a difference, to leave your mark on the world. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. But it starts with you. It starts with believing in yourself, with taking responsibility for your life, with making a conscious choice to live a life of purpose and meaning. So, what are you waiting for? The time for action is now. Go out there and make your mark. The world is waiting, but more importantly, you are waiting. Do not let this moment pass you by. You know, we talk a lot about believing yourself. And it's true. It's absolutely vital. It's the foundation upon which you build your dreams, your aspirations, your entire life. But here's the thing about belief. It's not some magical switch you flip on and off. It's not a destination you arrive at one day and then you are set for life. It's a practice, a daily commitment to nurturing that inner voice that says, yes, I can. Yes, I am worthy. Yes, I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. It's like tending a garden. You see, you cannot just plant a seed and expect it to flourish without any effort. You have got to prepare the soil, till the land. Make sure it's fertile and ready to receive that seed. Then you have got to water it. Give it sunlight. Pull out the weeds that try to choke the life out of it. And even then, some days it might seem like nothing's happening, but you keep at it day after day, because you know that deep down, that seed has the potential to grow into something beautiful. Believing in yourself is the same way. It takes effort. It takes discipline. It takes constantly reminding yourself of your own worth, especially when the world throws you a curveball. Because the world can be a pretty convincing voice of doubt sometimes. It will tell you, you are not good enough, not smart enough, not talented enough. It'll whisper insidious doubts, plant seeds of insecurity, and magnify your every flaw. It will point out your failures, your shortcomings, all the reasons why you should just give up and settle for a life of mediocrity. But here's the secret, the one they do not always tell you. You do not have to listen. You have a choice. You can choose to buy into that negativity, to let it define you, to let it hold you back from your true potential, to shrink under the weight of other people's expectations and bury your own dreams out of fear. Or you can choose to believe in yourself even when it's hard, even when it feels like no one else does, even when the doubts creep in like shadows and the fear threatens to paralyze you. You can choose to be your own champion, your own source of unwavering faith. And that's the real test, is not at it. Believing in yourself when the going gets tough, when you face setbacks, when you stumble and fall, when the path ahead seems uncertain and treacherous. That's when it matters most, because that's when you find out what you are really made of. That's when you discover the steel in your spine, the fire in your belly, the unwavering spirit that refuses to be extinguished. So how do you cultivate that kind of unshakable belief? How do you silence the chorus of doubt and amplify the voice of your own inner champion? It starts with small victories, with proving to yourself, day after day, that you are capable of more than you think. Set small goals, achievable goals, and then pour your heart and soul into achieving them. Do not be afraid to dream big. But remember that even the loftiest of mountains is climbed one step at a time. Each time you succeed, no matter how small the victory, it adds another brick to the foundation of your belief. It's a testament to your resilience, your determination, your ability to set your mind to something and see it through. It's a reminder that you are capable of growth, of progress, of becoming the best version of yourself. And do not be afraid to celebrate those victories, no matter how insignificant they may seem to the outside world. Acknowledge your progress. Give yourself credit for the effort you are putting in, for the courage it takes to step outside your comfort zone and strive for something more. Because those small wins, they add up over time. They create momentum, they build confidence, and they fuel your belief in yourself, creating a self-perpetuating cycle of growth and achievement. But what about the setbacks, the inevitable stumbles and falls along the way? How do you maintain that belief when you encounter obstacles, when you make mistakes, when you feel like you are not making progress? Here's the thing about setbacks. They are not failures. They are not a sign that you are not good enough or that you should give up. They are simply a part of the journey, an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become even stronger and more resilient. The key is to change your perspective. Instead of viewing setbacks as defeats, see them as feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this to grow, to improve, to do better next time? Remember, every successful person has faced their fair share of challenges and setbacks. The difference is, they didn't let those setbacks define them. They used them as fuel, as motivation to work harder, to push themselves further, to prove to themselves that they were capable of overcoming anything life threw their way. And that's the kind of unwavering belief I'm talking about. It's not about being fearless or never experiencing doubt. It's about having the courage to face your fears, to acknowledge your doubts, and then to keep moving forward anyway. It's about trusting in yourself, in your abilities, in your own inner strength, even when it feels like everything around you is falling apart. So, the next time you find yourself doubting your abilities, questioning your worth, or feeling like you are not good enough, remember this. You are capable of amazing things. You have a unique gift to share with the world, a light that only you can shine. But it all starts with believing in yourself, with nurturing that seed of potential within you. So water it, give it sunlight, and watch it grow. The world is waiting to see what you are made of. But more importantly, you are waiting to see what you are made of. Do not disappoint yourself. Now, and I know some of you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I actually put this into practice? How do I go from simply believing in myself to actually achieving my dreams? Now, let me tell you, it's not about some grand, sweeping gesture. It's not about waking up tomorrow and suddenly becoming a completely different person. Real change, lasting change, happens one step at a time, one decision at a time, one day at a time. It's about taking that belief, that fire in your belly, and channeling it into action. It's about setting goals, making plans, and then having the courage to see them through, even when the going gets tough. Here's the thing about dreams. They do not work unless you do. You cannot simply wish for a better life, a more fulfilling career, a deeper sense of purpose. You have to be willing to put in the work, to make sacrifices, to step outside of your comfort zone and chase after what you truly desire. Now, I know that can be daunting. It's easy to get caught up in the fear of failure, the what ifs, the doubts that whisper, what if it does not work out? But here's the thing about failure. It's not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Every successful person has faced their fair share of setbacks, disappointments, and outright failures. The difference is, they didn't let those failures define them. They learned from their mistakes, adjusted their approach, and kept moving forward. So embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Do not be afraid to take risks, to step outside of your comfort zone, to try new things. The more you experiment, the more you learn, the closer you'll get to achieving your goals. But most importantly, never stop believing in yourself. Believe in your ability to learn, to grow, to overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. Believe that you are worthy of your dreams, that you have something special to offer the world. Because the truth is, the world needs your gifts, your talents, your passions. It needs your unique perspective, your creativity, your willingness to make a difference. So do not hold back. Do not let fear or self-doubt keep you from sharing your light with the world. Step into your power, embrace your potential, and never, ever give up on your dreams. The world is waiting to see what you are made of. But more importantly, you are waiting to see what you are made of. Do not disappoint yourself.